Once upon a time, in a small village surrounded by a vast and magical forest, there were three best friends: Lily, a clever and brave girl; Emma, a strong and graceful girl; and Ethan, a cheerful and curious boy. They had always been fascinated by the stories their grandparents told them about the forest, how it was full of wonders and secrets waiting to be discovered. One day, the village elder, Old Master Alaric, called them together and told them a story about a hidden pond deep in the forest. He spoke of a pond that held the power of nature, a power that could protect the forest and all the creatures living in it. However, he warned them, only those with pure hearts can unlock its magic. If you're brave and kind enough to solve its secret, you may become the guardians of the forest. The three friends were filled with excitement and curiosity. "We have to find this pond," Ethan said eagerly, his eyes shining with anticipation. "It's a great adventure," Lily added with a smile. Emma, though a bit more cautious, agreed, "If we're going to do this, we'll need to be careful and work together." The next morning, they packed their bags and set off toward the heart of the forest. As they walked through the trees, they marveled at the beauty around them: bright flowers, tall trees, and the sound of birds singing high in the branches. Ethan raced ahead, jumping over logs and laughing, while Lily kept a sharp eye out for anything interesting, and Emma made sure they stayed on the right path. Hours passed, and the further they ventured, the more mysterious the forest became. Strange symbols appeared on the trees, and the air felt charged with magic. After a long journey, they finally reached the hidden pond. The water was clear and still, but there was something unusual about it. Around the pond, large stone pillars were scattered, each covered with ancient markings that seemed to glow faintly in the sunlight. Lily bent down and touched one of the stones. "These symbols must be part of the puzzle we need to solve," she said, examining the markings closely. "We need to figure out the right order to step on the stones." Emma, who was always practical, thought for a moment. "If we step on the stones in the wrong order, we could make the water rise too high," she warned, looking around nervously. Ethan grinned. "I bet we can do it. Let's work together. We can solve this puzzle just like we solve everything else, by using our brains and our hearts." The three friends carefully examined the stones, trying different combinations of steps. After several failed attempts, Emma noticed a pattern in the symbols. "I think I've got it," she exclaimed. "The symbols are a map of the forest. We have to step on the stones in the order of how the forest grows, starting with the oldest tree, then the river, and so on." With Emma's guidance, they stepped on the stones in the right order. The moment they did, the water in the pond began to glow brightly, and a soft rumbling sound echoed through the air. To their amazement, the water parted, revealing a hidden cave beneath the surface. The entrance to the cave sparkled with magical energy, and the friends knew they had uncovered something truly special. Inside the cave, the walls were lined with ancient carvings, telling the story of the forest and its protectors. In the center of the cave, resting on a pedestal, was a glowing blue crystal and an old, dusty book. Lily carefully picked up the book and began to read aloud. "This crystal holds the power of the forest. Whoever possesses it must promise to protect nature and live with a pure heart. Only those who are truly worthy can unlock its magic." Ethan's eyes widened with excitement. "We've done it. We found the heart of the forest's power," he said, thrilled. "But we have to make sure we use it wisely." Emma nodded, looking at the crystal. "We must protect the forest and all its creatures. This power is a responsibility, not just a gift." Lily smiled at her friends. "We'll use the crystal to keep the forest safe. We'll be the guardians it needs." With the crystal in hand, the three friends made their way back to the village. As they passed through the forest, the animals seemed to watch them with knowing eyes, as if they understood that something had changed. The forest had found its new guardians. From that day forward, Lily, Emma, and Ethan used the power of the crystal to protect the forest, ensuring that it remained balanced and full of life. They grew closer as friends, their bond strengthened by the adventure they had shared. And whenever danger threatened the forest, They knew they could count on each other to keep it safe, for they had become the true protectors of the magical forest.